You wake up in the morning, swing your legs over the side of the bed, and for a split second, you hesitate. Those stairs that you've climbed thousands of times suddenly feel like Mount Everest. Your legs feel heavy, unsteady, almost foreign to your own body. You grip the handrail tighter than you used to, taking each step slower, more deliberately. Sound familiar? What if I told you that this struggle, this gradual loss of strength and confidence, might not be the inevitable price of getting older? What if there's a hidden culprit stealing your mobility, your independence, your freedom, and it's something so simple that most doctors overlook it? Today, we're going to uncover 3 critical vitamin deficiencies that could be the real reason behind your weakening legs, your unsteady balance, and that exhausting feeling that makes every movement feel like you're fighting against quicksand. These aren't just theories or wishful thinking. These are medically proven nutrients that your body desperately needs to keep your muscles strong, your nerves sharp, and your energy flowing like it did decades ago. Here's what's truly shocking. Millions of seniors are suffering in silence, accepting weakness as their new normal, when the solution might be as simple as addressing these overlooked deficiencies. The pharmaceutical industry wants you to believe that declining mobility is just part of aging, but what they don't want you to know is that your body has an incredible ability to rebuild, strengthen, and regain function when given the right tools. I'm about to share with you information that could change everything about how you move through your world. We're going to dive deep into 3 specific vitamins that act as your body's construction crew, constantly working to maintain your strength, balance, and vitality. But more importantly, I'm going to show you exactly how to identify if you're deficient and what you can do about it starting today. Before we begin this journey together, I want you to know that you're not alone in this struggle. Thousands of people just like you have watched their strength return, their confidence rebuild, and their independence restored simply by understanding what their bodies truly needed. This isn't about expensive treatments or complicated medical procedures. This is about giving your body the basic building blocks it's been crying out for. If you've ever felt frustrated watching your mobility decline, if you've ever wondered why tasks that used to be effortless now feel overwhelming, if you've ever wished you could feel strong and steady again, then this information could be the answer you've been searching for. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal could be the key to unlocking a stronger, more confident version of yourself. Let me paint a picture that might feel painfully familiar. You're sitting in your favorite chair, comfortable and relaxed. Then someone calls your name from the kitchen, or you remember something you need to do. You go to stand up, and instead of the smooth, automatic movement you remember from years past, your body hesitates. Your muscles feel like they need a moment to remember how to work together. Maybe you need to use your arms to push yourself up, or perhaps you rock forward once or twice before you can generate enough momentum. This isn't just about getting older. This is your body sending you a distress signal that it's missing something crucial. That something is vitamin D, and its role in your muscle strength goes far beyond what most people understand. Vitamin D isn't just about bone health, though that's what most doctors focus on. Inside every single muscle fiber in your body, there are special receptors waiting for vitamin D to arrive. Think of these receptors like locks, and vitamin D as the key. When that key fits into the lock, it unlocks your muscle's ability to contract powerfully, to respond quickly, and to maintain the strength you need for everyday activities. When you're deficient in vitamin D, those locks remain unopened. Your muscles become weak, not because they're damaged, but because they're literally locked out of their full potential. It's like trying to start your car with a dead battery. All the parts are there and functional, but without that essential spark, nothing works the way it should. The research on this is absolutely staggering. Studies have shown that seniors with low vitamin D levels are significantly more likely to experience muscle weakness, poor physical performance, and an increased risk of falls. One landmark study followed over 1,000 seniors for 3 years and found that those with the lowest vitamin D levels had muscle strength that was 30% weaker than those with adequate levels. But here's where it gets really interesting. The weakness doesn't just affect your ability to stand up from a chair. Vitamin D deficiency creates a very specific walking pattern that researchers call a waddling gait. If you've noticed that your walk has changed, that you're taking shorter steps, swaying more from side to side, or feeling less stable with each step, low vitamin D could be the hidden cause. Your balance system is incredibly complex, involving your inner ear, your vision, and something called proprioception, which is your body's ability to sense where it is in space. Vitamin D plays a crucial role in maintaining the muscle strength and coordination needed for all these systems to work together seamlessly. When you're deficient, that seamless coordination breaks down, leaving you feeling unsteady and uncertain with every step. Why are seniors particularly vulnerable to vitamin D deficiency? The answer lies in how your body produces this crucial nutrient. Unlike other vitamins that you get primarily from food, vitamin D is manufactured in your skin when it's exposed to sunlight. But as we age, our skin becomes less efficient at this production process. The cells responsible for converting sunlight into vitamin D slow down, producing significantly less even when we get the same amount of sun exposure. Additionally, many seniors spend less time outdoors than they used to. Whether it's due to mobility limitations, health concerns, or simply lifestyle changes, reduced sun exposure compounds the problem. Even if you live in a sunny climate, if you're spending most of your time indoors, your vitamin D levels could be plummeting without you realizing it. The dietary sources of vitamin D are limited, which makes this deficiency even more common. While fatty fish like salmon and mackerel contain some vitamin D, and many dairy products are fortified with it, it's nearly impossible to get adequate levels through diet alone. This leaves many seniors in a perfect storm of decreased production, limited sun exposure, and insufficient dietary intake. But here's the hopeful part that changes everything. Vitamin D deficiency is incredibly easy to diagnose and treat. A simple blood test called 25-hydroxy vitamin D can tell you exactly where your levels stand. The optimal range for muscle strength and function is typically between 30 and 50 nanograms per milliliter, though some experts recommend even higher levels for optimal health. If you discover you're deficient, the solution is straightforward. Most experts recommend supplementation with 800 to 1,000 international units daily for maintenance. However, if your levels are very low, your doctor might recommend higher doses for a short period to quickly restore your levels. The beauty of vitamin D supplementation is that it's safe, affordable, and the effects on muscle strength can be noticed within weeks to months. I want to share a story that perfectly illustrates the power of addressing vitamin D deficiency. Margaret, a 72-year-old grandmother, had been struggling with weakness for over a year. Getting up from chairs had become a challenge, and she'd started avoiding social activities because she was embarrassed about needing help with simple movements. Her doctor initially attributed her symptoms to arthritis and aging. When Margaret's daughter insisted on comprehensive blood work, they discovered her vitamin D level was only 12 nanograms per milliliter, far below the optimal range. Within 6 weeks of starting appropriate supplementation and spending 15 minutes in morning sunlight daily, Margaret noticed a dramatic difference. Getting up from chairs became effortless again. Her walking became more confident, and she felt steady on her feet for the first time in months. Margaret's story isn't unique. Thousands of seniors have experienced similar transformations simply by addressing their vitamin D deficiency. The key is recognizing that muscle weakness and balance problems aren't inevitable consequences of aging. They're often signals that your body needs support. If you're getting value from this information, please hit that like button right now. It helps other people who are struggling with similar issues find this life-changing content. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell, because we're diving deep into health topics that could transform your quality of life. Your engagement helps us reach more people who desperately need this information. Safe sun exposure can also contribute to your vitamin D levels. Just 10 to 15 minutes of morning or late afternoon sunlight on your arms and face several times a week can help boost your body's natural production. The key is avoiding the harsh midday sun that can damage your skin while still getting the beneficial rays your body needs for vitamin D synthesis. The transformation that comes with correcting vitamin D deficiency isn't just physical. When your muscles regain their strength and your balance improves, your confidence returns. You start moving through your world with assurance again. Simple activities like climbing stairs, getting out of cars, or walking through your home become effortless once more. But vitamin D is just the first piece of this puzzle. While it's rebuilding your muscle strength and restoring your balance, there's another deficiency that could be silently sabotaging your coordination and creating that frightening feeling of unsteadiness that makes every step feel uncertain. This hidden deficiency affects your nervous system in ways that most people never connect to their mobility problems, and the symptoms are so subtle that they are often mistaken for normal aging until they become severe enough to cause serious falls. Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt like the ground beneath your feet wasn't quite solid? Like you were walking on a thick carpet or trying to balance on a boat in gentle waves? Maybe you've noticed that your feet feel numb or tingly, especially at night, or that you sometimes stumble for no apparent reason. These aren't just quirky signs of getting older. These are your nerves crying out for help, and the nutrient they desperately need is vitamin B12. Your nervous system is like the electrical wiring in your home. Every message from your brain to your muscles, every sensation from your feet to your brain, travels along these intricate pathways. Vitamin B12 acts as the protective insulations around these nerve pathways, keeping the signals clear, strong, and accurate. When you're deficient in B12, that protective coating begins to deteriorate, and the communication between your brain and your legs becomes fuzzy, delayed, or sometimes lost entirely. This is why B12 deficiency creates such a distinctive set of symptoms. You might feel like you're walking on cotton balls, unable to sense exactly where your feet are in relation to the ground. Your brain sends the signal to step forward, but the feedback from your feet is unclear or delayed, leaving you feeling unsteady and uncertain with every movement. The tingling and numbness that many seniors experience in their feet and toes isn't just an annoyance. It's a warning sign that the nerves responsible for balance and coordination are being damaged. These sensations often start subtly, maybe just a slight tingling after sitting for long periods, but they gradually worsen until walking becomes an exercise in constant vigilance and fear. Here's what makes B12 deficiency particularly insidious. The symptoms develop so slowly that most people adapt to them without realizing what's happening. You might start walking with a wider stance to feel more stable. You might begin avoiding walking in dim light because your balance feels worse when you can't see clearly. You might start gripping handrails more tightly or avoiding uneven surfaces without consciously acknowledging why. Let me tell you about Robert, a 68-year-old retired teacher who loved taking evening walks with his wife. Over the course of about a year, he noticed that these walks were becoming less enjoyable. He felt unsteady, especially as the sun set and visibility decreased. He started making excuses to skip their walks, claiming he was tired or had other things to do. What he didn't want to admit was that he was afraid of falling. Robert's wife finally convinced him to see their doctor when she noticed he was holding onto furniture as he moved through their house, something he'd never done before. Blood tests revealed that his B12 level was severely low. Within 2 months of starting B12 supplementation, Robert's tingling decreased dramatically. His balance improved, and he was back to enjoying those evening walks that had brought him so much joy. The statistics around B12 deficiency in seniors are truly alarming. Research suggests that up to 20% of adults over 60 have B12 levels that are too low for optimal nerve function. That's 1 in every 5 seniors walking around with compromised nervous system function, often without realizing that their balance problems, their numbness, their increased fall risk could be corrected with proper treatment. Why is B12 deficiency so common in older adults? The primary reason is that as we age, our stomachs produce less acid. This might sound like a good thing if you've ever dealt with heartburn, but stomach acid is crucial for absorbing B12 from food. Without adequate stomach acid, even if you're eating B12-rich foods like meat, fish, and dairy products, your body can't extract and use this vital nutrient. Certain medications make this problem even worse. If you're taking metformin for diabetes, proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux, or H2 receptor blockers for stomach issues, these medications can further reduce your body's ability to absorb B12. It's a cruel irony that the medications meant to help you manage one health condition can inadvertently create another serious problem. The signs of B12 deficiency extend beyond just physical symptoms. Many people notice changes in their memory, concentration, and mood before they notice the physical effects on their balance and coordination. You might find yourself feeling more confused or forgetful than usual. Tasks that used to be automatic might require more mental effort. This cognitive fog often gets dismissed as normal aging, but it could be your brain struggling to function. Without adequate B12, one of the most dangerous aspects of B12 deficiency is how it affects your ability to sense where your feet are without looking at them. This ability, called proprioception, is crucial for maintaining balance, especially in challenging situations like walking on uneven surfaces, navigating stairs, or moving around in dim light. When B12 deficiency damages the nerves responsible for proprioception, your risk of falls increases dramatically. The wider stance that many seniors develop isn't just a natural adaptation to feeling less stable, it's often a subconscious response to damaged proprioception. Your body instinctively tries to create a broader base of support because it's getting unclear information about balance and position. While this might provide some temporary stability, it doesn't address the underlying nerve damage that's causing the problem. Here's the incredibly hopeful news about B12 deficiency. Unlike some forms of nerve damage, the damage caused by B12 deficiency can often be reversed, especially if it's caught and treated before it becomes severe. B12 is one of the safest vitamins to supplement because it's water-soluble, meaning your body eliminates any excess through urine rather than storing it to potentially toxic levels. The diagnosis is straightforward. A simple blood test can measure your B12 level, and if it's low, treatment options are highly effective. For mild deficiencies, oral supplements of 500 to 1,000 micrograms daily are often sufficient. For more severe deficiencies, B12 injections might be recommended initially to quickly restore levels before transitioning to oral maintenance. The improvement timeline for B12 supplementation can be remarkable. Many people notice improvements in energy and mental clarity within days to weeks. The numbness and tingling often begin to improve within a few weeks, and balance and coordination typically show improvement within 1 to 3 months. The key is consistency and patience, as nerve healing takes time. I want to emphasize something crucial here. If you're experiencing numbness, tingling, balance problems, or that sensation of walking on an unsteady surface, don't accept these as inevitable parts of aging. These are your nerves asking for help, and in many cases, that help is readily available and highly effective. But there's still one more piece of this puzzle, one more deficiency that could be sapping your energy and making every movement feel like you're fighting against invisible resistance. This final vitamin deficiency creates a very specific type of exhaustion that affects your legs in ways that most people never connect to nutrition. Even as your muscles regain strength from adequate vitamin D and your nerves begin healing with proper B12 levels, you might still feel like your legs are heavy, sluggish, like you're trying to walk through thick mud with every step. This crushing fatigue that makes simple activities feel overwhelming could be the result of your body's inability to convert food into usable energy. Vitamin B1, also known as thiamine, is your body's spark plug. Just as a car engine needs a spark to ignite the fuel and create power, your muscles need thiamine to convert the food you eat into the energy required for movement. When you're deficient in thiamine, it's like trying to run your body's engine with a weak spark. The fuel is there, but it's not being efficiently converted into the power your muscles need. This creates a very distinctive type of fatigue. It's not the tiredness you feel after a good workout or a busy day. It's a heavy, draining exhaustion that seems to settle into your legs and make every movement feel like you're carrying extra weight. Climbing a flight of stairs might leave you breathless, not because your heart or lungs are struggling, but because your leg muscles are starved for the energy they need to function efficiently. Sarah, a 74-year-old grandmother, described it perfectly when she said it felt like her legs were filled with wet cement. She could still walk, but every step required tremendous effort. Simple activities like grocery shopping or cleaning. Her house left her exhausted for hours afterward. She started declining invitations to social events because she was embarrassed by how quickly she became tired and needed to sit down. Sarah's doctor initially focused on her heart and lungs, but all those tests came back normal. It wasn't until a thorough nutritional assessment revealed that her thiamine levels were low that the pieces began to fall into place. Within weeks of addressing her B1 deficiency, Sarah felt like she had her energy back. Those heavy, cement-filled legs became responsive and strong again. Thiamine deficiency is more common in seniors than most people realize. As we age, our appetites often decrease, and we might not be eating as varied a diet as we once did. Additionally, refined carbohydrates, which many seniors rely on for quick, easy meals, actually deplete thiamine stores rather than replenishing them. Diuretic medications, commonly prescribed for blood pressure and heart conditions, can also wash thiamine out of the body faster than it can be replaced. The subtle signs of thiamine deficiency often masquerade as other conditions. The fatigue gets attributed to heart problems or depression. The difficulty concentrating gets dismissed as normal aging. The leg weakness and cramping get blamed on circulation issues or arthritis. Meanwhile, the real culprit, thiamine deficiency, goes undiagnosed and untreated. In more severe cases, thiamine deficiency can cause a condition called dry beriberi, which affects the nervous system and can cause tingling, numbness, and even foot drop, where lifting the front part of the foot becomes difficult. While this level of deficiency is less common, the milder forms that cause fatigue and leg weakness are unfortunately very prevalent. The solution for thiamine deficiency is remarkably simple. The recommended daily amount for seniors is 1.1 to 1.2 milligrams, which can easily be obtained through a balanced diet that includes beans, peas, whole grains, and lean pork. However, if you're already deficient, higher doses might be needed initially to restore your levels quickly. Foods rich in thiamine are often overlooked in the typical senior diet. Whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds are all excellent sources, but they require more preparation than many seniors want to tackle. This is where supplementation can be incredibly valuable, providing a reliable source of this crucial nutrient without the complexity of meal planning and preparation. The transformation that occurs when thiamine deficiency is corrected can be dramatic. That heavy, sluggish feeling in your legs begins to lift. Activities that left you exhausted become manageable again. The spark returns to your step, and you find yourself with energy reserves you thought were gone forever. Think about how these three vitamins work together to support your mobility and independence. Vitamin D unlocks your muscle strength, giving you the power you need for movement. Vitamin B12 protects and maintains your nervous system, ensuring clear communication between your brain and your legs. Thiamine provides the energy conversion your muscles need to function efficiently and powerfully. When all three are working optimally, you have strong muscles that respond quickly to your brain's commands, nerves that provide accurate feedback about balance and position, and efficient energy production that keeps you moving without excessive fatigue. This is the foundation of confident, independent mobility. The beautiful truth is that your body wants to be strong, steady, and energetic. It's designed to serve you well throughout your entire life. Sometimes it just needs the right support, the right building blocks, to do what it's meant to do. You're not broken. You're not inevitably declining. You're just missing some crucial pieces of the puzzle. Your body has been sending you signals through weakness, unsteadiness, and fatigue. These aren't messages of defeat. They're requests for help, and now you know how to respond to those requests. You have the knowledge to support your body in ways that can restore strength, improve balance, and bring back the energy you thought was lost to time. The next step is yours to take, whether it's scheduling an appointment with your doctor to discuss testing, considering a high-quality multivitamin that includes these crucial nutrients, or making small changes to your diet to include more nutrient-dense foods. You now have the power to take action. You deserve to feel strong in your body. You deserve to move through your world with confidence and ease. You deserve to have the energy to engage in the activities that bring you joy. These aren't luxuries or unrealistic expectations. These are your birthright, regardless of your age. But here's what I want you to really understand. This information isn't just about vitamins or nutrition. It's about reclaiming your right to feel powerful in your own body. It's about refusing to accept limitation as inevitable. It's about listening to what your body is telling you and responding with wisdom and action. Your strength hasn't abandoned you. Sometimes it just needs an invitation to return. That invitation comes in the form of giving your body what it needs to function at its best. Every day you wait is another day your body continues to struggle without the support it's asking for. If this video has opened your eyes to possibilities you hadn't considered, if it's given you hope where you had accepted defeat, if it's provided answers to questions you didn't even know how to ask, then please consider leaving a super thanks. Your financial help allows us to continue bringing you incredible health revelations and life-changing information. This support helps our channel reach further, touching more lives with the knowledge that can transform how people experience their golden years. Take one step today. Make one phone call. Start one conversation. Your future self, the one who moves with confidence and lives with vitality, is waiting for you to take action. The power to change your story is in your hands.